guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So I've got a different sort of video for you today. It's from Letsresin, but I'm trying out the Magic Pour Kit. Now, if you are not a resin fan, this might be a really good alternative for you. It's fabulous. It's really, really good. It's just like, it's more like a sort of plaster of Paris. If you used to paint those little molds when you were younger, or maybe you still do, and you used to make them yourselves, this is the same sort of stuff, and it's fabulous. I've not tried it, so I'm going to try it with you today. You might have seen previous videos of people using it. But I'm going to give it a go. Now this is it. This is a lovely big, this is a kilo pot, and you just mix it with water, and it takes like half an hour to set, and I think it's about 2 hours to sort of like completely set, but so much quicker than epoxy resin. So if you're a little bit more impatient, this might be a good alternative for you. So we've got some little cups here as well, so we need to measure it out. Now measuring wise, it's by weight. So I've got my scales. So we have 3 parts of the powder to 1 part of the water. So that's how it goes. What's in here? Let's have a little peek what's in here. Oh, we've got paint. We have acrylic paint in here. So I take it we can mix acrylic paints in with them. I think you could probably mix quite a few bits and pieces colour-wise into here. I've got a few bits that I would like to use. I've not used this before, but I have watched a couple of videos of Letsresin, when Letsresin did it. And I'm going to just sort of like have a go. Right. These are the instructions, so there's not a huge amount to it. We've only got 2 pages, so you do it by weight, so it's 3 to 1, like I said, and you just mix it up, mix the powder together. Yeah, tip it in, and it's ready in 30 minutes. So there we go, a really, really good one. So let's give it a go. Let's see what else we got. A little stirry stick. We have some molds, so that's a good thing. And this is sandpaper. So if you wanted to sand it down, you can do that as well. I'm just going to pop this to my side. Let's open this up and we can use this one. Let's use our nice new one, shall we? And we have 3 molds in here. So I guess that's probably like a little candle, a little tea light mould, this one. Oh. This is a little, I suppose it's a little coaster or a little tray. And then this one is a little tray as well. So, fabulous. Make sure there's no little bits and pieces in there. So we've got 3 things to work with. Make sure they're out the right way. Now, let's pop those to the side. What I thought I would do, I've got some water ready, and I've got these which are little glass pieces. Now you can buy these anywhere. They're for like to pop in your plants and things like that. Now I've mixed some up. Can you see? I've mixed these up with a little bit of alcohol inks. Now the alcohol inks are, let me reach, are these ones from Letsresin. I think I showed you on the unboxing that I did. So you get a whole big batch, and these are the metallic ones. So I've mixed in with there a little bit of rose gold, purplish red and gold. So look, they are just beautiful colours, aren't they? Really lovely colours, so give them a good shake. I do have, of course I have to put glitter in them. I've got my chunky glitter, and that is the champagne gold. I've also got a little bit of the mica powder, and that is in pink gold. So it's all sort of like goldy pinky colours, and I took this one out as well, which is the rose red, because this is just a beautiful colour. So what I would like to do is, not quite sure what to do first. I was going to put some sort of like details on here with, I was going to put these actually around the edge, and then a little bit of decoration on here somehow, just so it's not sort of like plain white, and you know, add a little bit of texture and stuff to it. So I think I will just pop these in first, just a few around the edges, and hopefully, you know, once I put in the magic pour, these will adhere to them, hopefully, and give a nice texture around the rim. So, what do you think? Let's give it a go anyway, can't we? Let's just pop those down. We've got to make sure we don't get too many bubbles or anything in there, but little air bubbles. Now, you can do all sorts of things with this. It is just fabulous. I'm going to link underneath the Letsresin video. There's 2 on there, and they're really, really good. They are really, really good videos. So it explains everything on them, of how to use it, what paints you can use, and all things like that. So it's very, very informative. So it's worth having a look at that video as well as watching me have a go. So this has been out for a little while. I've had this sat on my shelf for a little bit, trying to get a video done, finding a little bit of time, and today is the day, so I'm quite excited about that. Once you've opened your magic pour, you know, it's got a shelf life of about a year, so make sure you sort of like use it. Don't save it, use it. Use it up, and make lots of lovely things. So let's just pop these in. So yeah, did you, when you were younger, make little things, what they called, little model things? Did you paint plaster of Paris, little things that you painted? Because I did. I think everybody has done those at some point in their life. Right, I've done that. I've got a little wet wipe. I've got some on here, and I don't really want that around the edge because it's I wanted to say reasonably clean, but we shall see, because I'm going to be putting mica powders and all sorts of on here anyway. Let's just try and stay clean to start with. Before we mix it up, I would like to do this. I've got my gloves in a minute. I'm going to pop some gloves on because it's a powder, and you should really wear a mask as well. But for this video, I'm not going to put my mask on. I'm just going to put my gloves on. So there we go. So I've got some little bits in there, so it's just in there. Looks quite pretty, doesn't it? So that's that one. I'm not going to do this one. I'm going to leave these one out just in case I get a little bit of overflow. Oh, let's bring this in. I forgot. I'm going to just make this up first. Now this is the gold pink. So what should we do? I'm going to just put a little bit of this. I've got a brush. I'm not going to put it down the middle. I'm just going to put it on one side, just so we've got a little bit coming down here. So it's just sort of like a little pattern on the top of the tray, like that. Just the colour. Just do a little bit of painting on there. That looks pretty, doesn't it? Should I come in a little bit so you can have a little look? See what I'm doing, as long as I remember to come back out again. I'm going to go in with this beautiful colour. Oh, have I not used this one? Oh, I think I have. There we go. Yes, I have used this. Just take it off the lid. Just sort of see if I can sort of blend those in. Just so it's got a little bit of shininess on there. We do like a little bit of shiny, don't we? There we go. Sorry, I'm moving about. There we go. Doing a bit on here. Probably really should have done a plain one to start with, shouldn't I? See how it works, but you know, if we don't try, we won't know. Let's just go in with a little bit of colour. Like that. Okay, lovely. Just going to do one end. And then I'm not quite sure how to put this on. I wonder if you can put UV resin on here as well. What do you think? Do you think I could have put UV resin on the top to hold this down? Maybe that's another one that I could do. Just need a little bit of sparkle. This might sort of like end up all over the top of it, but I don't really mind. I would like a little bit of glitter. We like glitter. There we go. And it sort of sticks to the silicone anyway on here. I can just pop a little bit of this just down in this corner. I'm not sure what the light is like. Oh, it looks quite nice, doesn't it? Looking up at the camera. There we go. Let's pop a little bit along here. Like that. Maybe I will go in with a little bit of the mica powder. Let me just tap the little bits off. Let's just pop a little bit around this edge. Like that. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Quick little bit of this. Oh, I never know when to stop, do I? Never know when to stop. I just add little bits in. Pop that on. Just a little bit like that. Do you think that's blended enough on there? Oh well, we will see. Love it. Look at that. That's fabulous. A little bit of glitter. You have to have a little bit of glitter in there. So I'm just going to pick this up to show you so it's a little bit closer. Like that. Can you see the little shiny bits? Lovely. Right, let's pop that to the side. I'm going to put my gloves on now, and then we can open up our little thingamajiggy and work out the quantities. I wonder how much it will take. I don't think it says on there, but let's just put my gloves on like so, like that. So I'm going to do, what should we do? Let's get our little scales out. We are going to put that on there. We are going to open this up. Let's just pull my sleeves up a little bit. Oh gosh, let's come out. I knew I'd forget. Sorry guys. There we go. There we go. Open this up. Okay, we've got a little scoop in there. And it comes in a big thing like this. Okay, so if I do it, let's just make a little cut in there. Let's let a little bit of air in there. And maybe we can, there we go, that's better. Bump that down. And then put this back in there, like that. I won't open it all up because it might just all sort of puff out then. Okay. I would keep it in the plastic bag and not tip it in, just in case it goes all over the place. So let's just put this on there like that. Let's weigh some out. So each one of these is roughly 50 grams, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to do 160 grams. Because that looks about right, doesn't it? I'm not sure. If we have to make a little bit more, we will. Let's just put that on there for a minute. Pop that to the side. I'm going to put water in another one. In this one. Where's my water? It's supposed to be sort of a little bit runny. But not too thick. So I think the more you sort of do it, the better you'll get at it. 53, that should be a roughly the right amount. Let me take this. I'm going to just tip that in. Give this a little stir. Don't need to. I think you haven't got very long before it's sort of, you know, to use it to set. It's not like resin where you have to mix it and mix it and mix it. Mix it so you don't get any lumps in it. But resin you can leave, but this you can't, because obviously if it only takes half an hour to set, you don't want to leave it. You want to sort of like use it. So that's why you need to make, you know, get your project ready to chip in. Oh, that's quite good consistency actually. So that was 160 grams of powder to about 53 grams of water. So that's roughly, you know, 3-to-1 ratio. Does that look a bit, that's a bit thin? Oh well, I'm going to have to find out, aren't I? Let's just make sure it's stirred up. We don't want any lumps. I'm not sure that's actually going to be enough to go in there. Well, we shall see. We shall see. Let's just do that. Let's take my paper towel and pop this in. So I'm going to tip it in. Can you see? Shall I come back in again? Just a little bit. Take it that way. Let's put these out of the way. Make sure my big hand isn't in the way, but I'm going to have to just pour it around. Just pour it around the edge. Make sure it goes into the little crevices. And in here. Ooh. Looks like cream. It looks like double cream, doesn't it? Looks lovely. And before I put the rest in, I'm just gonna make sure we get some of the bubbles out, because you can see the bubbles in there. Oh look, you can see the mica powders coming through. Or that might be the alcohol inks coming through. We shall see. I'm not quite sure. Let's give a little tap. Obviously, because I've put the little glass bits in there, it's going to have little trapped air bubbles. So I'm going to just put the rest of this over the top. I could probably have done with a little bit more actually. Let's take this off. Like that. Pop that in. Tap it down. Oh, I think that should be okay. I think that should be okay. Let's make sure we got no bubbles in there like that. We shall wait and see. So guys, I'm going to give this half an hour like that. So that's quite a good amount actually in there. I'm going to give this half an hour and then I will come back and then we will demold it and see what we've got. All right guys, see you in a minute. Okay, before that one is dry, I'm just going to use up the rest of these. So I thought I'd just pop the camera back on and just have a little play with this. So, and I'll make up some more of the powder. So I'm just taking a little bit of this, the chrome powders, and brushing it onto the bottom of this little, I think it's like a little tea light mould, isn't it? So I'm just putting that on the top bit. So I'm going to add a little bit of glitter into the bottom of this one. Maybe I'll go around just so we've got a little bit of colour on the bottom. Just use up the last of these bits in there. That actually's got glitter and the rest of those stones in there. I'm going to tip a little bit, oops, in here. So that will go on the bottom and just around the edges like that. So let's just tip that in just so it will go around. Oh, let's have a little look. Let's do a little bit more weighing. Let's pop that down. Let's pop this on. Got it all over my gloves because I cleaned up that pot, but it's not clean enough to add more into. So let's take this, open this up, take a little bit more out. There we go, let's make up another one. So I'm going to do 160 again. Yeah, so if you are not quite ready to do resin, but you fancy using some of these lovely moulds, you can do that. Let's just tip a little bit in. But I think don't do anything too sort of delicate, because we don't want, because this is still quite fragile when it's made, and you don't want anything that's going to be too fragile to pop out of the moulds. So what did I put in here? 53, wasn't it? Ta-da, there we go. Perfect, let's pop you over there. And have a little mix again, like that. And then we can demold all of them, 3 of them together then, can't we? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? You can do this in the evening and then demold it in the morning. Do you know what I mean? Or you can do it in the morning, and then you've got something to paint. Yes, that's what I was going to say. You can paint them as well with some acrylic paints. So if you've got somebody's name you want to write on your little bowl or something like that, and then you could probably top it off with a little bit of UV resin. And if you don't want to use resin, I would coat them with a little bit of acrylic varnish to add on, just so that they, you know, it will not chip, because you don't want it to chip, do you? So let's just stir that up. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty nice and creamy in there. Looks lovely. Let's get another little napkin there, pop that down. Right, let's bring these in. Now, I think I'll do this one first because this will probably take more. So I'm just going to tip it in. Just like you're making a cake. Look at that. Tip it around the edge. Like that. Tip it over the top. I'm going to just give this a quick tap down. You can see all the little bubbles coming out. Like that. I'm going to tip this inside. Perfect. I'll give that one a little tap in a minute. Let's just use the rest of this up in here. Oh, look at that. I think that's probably perfect amount for those two. That was 160 again, so that was a pretty good, you know, guess, isn't it? So if you do 160 to 53 water, you get quite a good consistency on there. Let's pop that to the side. Oops. Right. Little tap around there, and this one. And then we are done. Okay, guys, so I will be back when these are nice and hard. So 2 seconds for you. Okay, so it's been a little while, so I'm going to now see what they look like. They got very hot when they were sort of like hardening. I'm going to be quite careful with this because I'm not quite sure how sort of like strong they are. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love it. Now, I've got a few little air bubbles in these bits. I'm not sure whether that's the stones or the air bubbles. So I might have lost a couple of stones in there. But this looks like marble. Oh, I am loving it. And look at this. You can just see that in there. That's lovely. Now, what I could do is probably just go over this a little bit better with, let's just come in a little bit like that. Just go over that little bit, a bit more with some mica powders, I think. Let's have a look what this one's come out like. It's come out really, really well. Just make out the pop out of the mold's lovely. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's lovely. Look at that. Oh, I love them. It's so different than the resin. So what you need to do is just leave them for a lot longer, a few more hours, to make sure that they are fully dry, because they do feel just slightly a little bit sort of like not wet, but you can feel the moisture in there. Let's take this one out. Oh my gosh, I love them. Look at that. How pretty is that? You got that little shine at the bottom. They are just gorgeous. So different. Really, really are different. Now I'm going to go in just on this one and add a little bit more mica powders just on this bit. So let's just go in. Let's do this one. This is the one we had, wasn't it? Which is the, what was it called? Gold. It was gold pink. So what I might do is just go in with a little bit, not too much, just on this little bit. And then maybe I will fill this up with a little bit of UV resin. Oh, look at that, that's lovely. Just a little bit, just so it's a little bit shinier on there. Let's blow that off, that's lovely. A little bit more, maybe a little bit more up this end. Can you see? I don't want to go too close, but it's the light's a little bit off there. Now this is where, I mean, this is what it will come out like, and this you can paint on, but it's very, very smooth. It's really smooth. I wasn't quite sure how it would feel actually when it was dry, but it's it feels like ceramic, because this is really sort of kind of soft. I don't know whether you can see, it's not shiny, so it's a good one. If you don't like the shine in the resin, these are just perfect, aren't they? These are just beautiful. I'm going to add a little bit of this as well on here, like that. So again, you can add afterwards or before with all the colours. Oh, it's just beautiful. I just wanted to enhance just that little bit, so it's a little bit shinier on here. Like that. So shall I add, I think I'll do it on the smaller one. I'm going to put a layer of UV resin on there, and then when this is, you know, settled a little bit in there, I will add a layer of UV resin on here as well. I might even, can you see there's like the silver or gold in there? I think it's sort of like gold. I got my gold pens out. I just want to see if I can, these little ones from Letsresin, give it a little bit of a shake. I'm just wondering if I could go through just this little bit here, just so it's like almost like a geode effect on there, so you can sort of like build it up on there. Can you see? Hoping you can see that a little bit. There we go, that's the lines on there. Let me just do one on this side like that, two like that. I'm going in with the silver as well, just a little bit of silver, just on this line. Oh, that comes up a lot brighter, like that. Come around this way, just one beside it. So depending on what obviously you're going to use this for, you can add sort of like crystals to it. You could add bits of, well, that's quite a good idea actually, sort of like a little cluster of crystals on the side, but resin ones. You see just where I've added the pen on there. Love it. Love, love, love. So I'm going to just let that pen dry. We'll probably soak in to that a little bit more. Now this looks beautiful. Very, very sort of tactile. It feels, it's so soft. It really is soft. I didn't realise it would be so soft. I think I'd probably have to sand that. I'm not going to sand it now because I'm just going to add a bit of resin to this. I'm just going to put my gloves on quickly, which are here, nice clean ones. And then I'm just going to pop just a little bit. It might, I'm not quite sure what it will do, whether it will make it nice and shiny, whether it will bring out a little bit more of the, oh, I've got some in this one. The mica powders might sort of come out a little bit shinier. So I'm going to go all the way around this. Got my lamp there. There we go. My little 6. Actually, I might be able to just go around. Let's mix this together so there's no holes, and then just go around, just sort of tip it. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Like that. Yes, it brings out all that lovely shiny mica powders in there. Yeah, wow, it's so nice. Oh, I could probably get quite addicted to doing this. It's like resin. I absolutely love it. Look how smooth that's gone. Oh, that was really simple. Can you see how it's just brings out? I hope you can see that. I've got a few holes in this one. I'm going to pop this one underneath my lamp, which is over here. I was just charging it. Let's put this out of the way, like that. Pop that on. Oh, nice and bright. Let's put that. I'm going to just put that down so it's, there we go. And because it's clear, it will cure really, really nicely. Now I am really loving this. Now I am tempted to put some sort of crystals just around this end on there, but this could be covered in resin as well. Just get a little bit of a tissue to wipe that off. Now I'm just wondering, do I have any crystals? I don't. Okay, I do. I've got these ones and I've got these ones. So these ones are sort of like, can you see? Oh, I just love crystals. Now normally I sort of break them off, but oh, there's one. But I think these are pretty hard. I did these a while ago, but I don't normally go all the way to the top because I like to break them off. Can you see? Oh, these work beautifully, don't they? And then that will just sort of sit in there. I could just do it with the 5 little pieces there. I don't think would that work? I think that's too big. That's a little bit too big. Do you think? Oh, maybe not. Oh, I quite like it going over that little bit. Oh, I like that. Do you like that? Oh, I like that. I like crystals. Oh, I'm going to pop that on there with some resin. I think that's lovely. Don't think that will fit. Yeah, with those ones came off lovely. Let me just snip that. Have I got anything? I don't know where my little snippy ones are. Just going to see if I can just chop these little pieces off there. Turn that back on. And then that will just sit in there. Lovely. Make sure it's all clean and shiny. Beautiful. And then that will sit in like that. I will glue that in. Not glue it in. I'm going to pop it in with some resin. Like that. Pop that down. A little bit at the back. And then unless I should have done this, I could have just popped that on afterwards, couldn't I? But I'm going to fill this up with resin. Maybe I will do that. What can I put this on? I'm going to just take this off and put that there. Fill this up and then pop it on afterwards. Like that. Oh, lovely. Now you can put epoxy resin obviously in this, but I just want to sort of like do it quick so I can get the video done, because obviously the UV resin is, you know, it's more cost effective to use epoxy with this than UV resin. I just want to show you what these look like. I think they're just fabulous. Now obviously design wise is just endless. Absolutely endless, isn't it? Just turn my light off so it doesn't affect my resin. Pop that in. If you didn't want to use, obviously, if you didn't want to use resin, coat it with some acrylic varnish all the way around it, on all of it. And don't put these outside or anything like that, because if they get damp they will deteriorate. So be, you know, look after it. If you've made it, look after it. Like that. Okay. What do you think? I think that's sort of a little bit round here. Let me just go around the edges like that. I think that's in there. We have a few bubbles. I can see a few bubbles in there. Let's just pop those. Is that all of them? A couple more in here. Like that. And we're going to take our little set of crystals and pop them in there like that. Oh, I love it. Let's take you out. I'm going to pop you under this little lamp, which is just over here. It's this one that I'm using today. It's the rechargeable one, and it's fabulous. So I'm going to sit that under there. Look at that. That's just beautiful, isn't it? Oh, that's a lovely little trinket dish for your dressing table, bedside table, or anything. I will sand this little bit down. I won't do it like I said now, but that is just beautiful. I love it. Now, are we going to do anything with this one, or shall I just leave this one? I think I'll get some, I don't have any acrylic varnish, but I will need to get some, and then I will just paint that with acrylic because it's shiny in the bottom. I don't think we really need anything in there, but if I'm going to pop a candle in it, they do say that you need to varnish it in there so it's nice and coated, but I just think they are just beautiful. I am so pleased with them. Let me just wipe this little bit of resin up there. We don't want to get resin everywhere. There we go. I'm going to take my gloves off. As that is done, pop those to the side like that. Let's just have a little peek. I'll have to put these, I'll put these back under in a minute, but I just wanted you to have a look. Look at that, isn't that just beautiful? Oh, I love it, absolutely love it. And I do love my crystals. I do love my crystals. There we go, guys. So that's our wonderful magic pour, which is this here. I'll pop the links under the video. You will get a discount code as well. Everything's under there. I always pop everything under the video, but it is fabulous. I love it, and it's a really lovely alternative to using resin if you want to use all these beautiful molds that they have around. I've used some of the what they're called, chrome powders. I've used my lovely chunky glitter in there as well. I've used the mica powders, the gold pens, the resin. Oh, I've used all sorts of bits and pieces today, but please do have a look. Go and have a look, and let me know if you have a go or you've already had a go and you love it. It is fabulous. So look at that, guys. I think it's just beautiful. So there we go. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye-bye.